The Trend Up Awards recognize content, creators, influencers, brands, and organizations positively impacting Nigeria's social media landscape. This annual ceremony honors achievements in innovative campaigns, projects, and content. This year, a new force of influence category recognizes influencers with significant international followings. The public voted for their favorites across 17 categories, including niches like comedy skits, food, and technology, as well as broader categories like social good and online trends.
It's always exciting, to recognize and reward people for all the great work they do. We all know that the social media space has really become a great, huge part of the conversation, to advance this country and other spheres of our national life. So I'm excited, and congratulations to the organizers.
Super excited to be here at the Trend Up Awards. I love what they're doing for content creators, what they're doing for influencers. It's a great night. I won it last year.
So now, here with me in the studio is the brain behind the Trends Up Award, which is currently in a 4th year. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Jennifer. Thank you.
So, can you please introduce yourself and just tell us what you do briefly?
Okay, so my name is Tiwalola Olanubi,
Nice.
also known as TJ Dots.
Okay.
I run a media company that is 10 years this year called Dots Media House.
Nice.
Over the years, we've become a group of companies that have associate companies. So one of the associate companies is called Trend Up Africa, that we launched in 2019. But as we launched in 2021, we realized that the influencers and content creators, with how much work they were putting into their content, into their craft and all that, no one was honoring them, right? Footballers have awards, musicians have awards,
Correct.
movie stars have awards. But these influencers and content creators, with a lot of work that they put in, no one was honoring them. So we decided to start the award platform in 2021.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really good. That's a very good idea. And I love the name Trend Up Awards. So can you tell us how many years you've been doing it now?
Okay, so just as you were reading, I realized you said it's Nigeria's first ever award for influencers. So we're known as that for the last 3 years. But on this 4th year, with the introduction of this category called the Force of Influence International, right, that ushers us into being Africa's first ever award for influencers and content creators. And basically, from inception, we've had that mindset of being Pan-African. And this year, at the 4th edition, we officially went into Africa, and they were able to have influencers, content creators from Kenya, Ghana, Tanzania, South Africa, and just other African countries join us physically and also online for the awards.
Nice, brilliant. So 4 years.
4
I mean,
years.
that's a wonderful time.
Yes.
So next year will be your 5th year.
5th year,
Can you tell us the process and the challenges you faced, not only challenges, even your success rates too. Yeah. How has it been for 4 years? Because we all know how challenging it is to maintain an event in Nigeria, to get sponsors for an event of that magnitude. Yeah. And from what I heard, you said you don't sell any tickets. So how is it even profitable or sustainable?
Okay, so first I will start with the processes. Trend Up Awards is a no voting award.
Okay.
Because generally when you look at the scheme of social media, you realize that anyone could buy views, anyone could buy likes and comments and all that. So from inception, we made Trend Up Awards a no voting system for the credibility and transparency. So we have every year a 9-man jury or 10-man jury made up of professionals in the industry that help us with that process of picking winners and the top 6 nominees. So that's basically the process for the awards. And to answer your question directly on how challenging it must have been in the last 4 years, definitely challenging, because the truth is that running any project in Nigeria is quite difficult because of the mechanics of running a business in Nigeria.
Correct.
But we've been grateful to have a couple of brands understand what we're trying to do and join us on this journey. We honestly have been able to get quite a number of brands that understand and have joined us. Pepsi, for example, who have been in the middle of this pop culture and supporting influencers and content creators in the last decade, have been with us from the get-go. So Pepsi refreshes the award and has been one of our leading sponsors. We've had Cheaper Cash in the second year, for example, who was able to give all the winners $1,000 to support their craft in the second year. Third year, we had a brand like Mikano Motors, where we were able to give a brand new car to the biggest winner of the night, Macaroni. But amidst all this, the funds that is needed to organize this award is quite a lot.
Of course.
Because an award platform and an award event is quite different from a concert or just generally an event. Like, it has different aspects to it, from the production of the trophies from outside Nigeria to the performances. I'm sure you've heard of how the musicians' fees have gone up.
Of course, with the dollar rate as well.
It's crazy, yes.
Are they charging in dollars?
Some of them are charging in dollars, some are charging...
That's what I heard.
From a musician who charges maybe about 3-4 million normally, they charge about 12 million, 15 million now.
Wow.
So a lot of people are cancelling their events, if you've noticed across.
Because if you spend 12 million on an artist, I mean, what's the total of the whole
exactly.
budget?
The stage,
and how
the
can
lights,
you afford that?
It's
Security,
a lot.
know, staff alone.
Exactly.
People that you're going to hire to
be a part of
the production.
Exactly, production. So for us at Dot Media House and Trend Up Africa, we've started this to really help to build the industry. Like, we're not at the moment particular about the funds coming in and all that. It's not a profitable initiative for us. Okay. We're doing it to build the industry because the influencers and content creator space is the future of digital, is the future of tech, right? So that's what is most important to us. Our parent company, Dot Media, that I founded in 2014, helps to fund it for now, but we see where we're going with this. We see it taking over Africa. We see it positioning Africa globally as well, and that's what we're just building for.
Nice, nice. I heard you mentioned that you had a Kenyan representative around, an artist.
Yes.
Who was that Kenyan artist?
A Kenyan content creator.
Oh,
so we
creator.
had a category for the Force of Influence International, which is the first time ever.
Nice.
So we had nominees from these different countries. We had Endurance Grand from Ghana. We had Fatboy Kenya from Kenya. We had Jess Jamal from Tanzania. Majimbo, I'm sure you know Majimbo, from Kenya as well. So all these content creators being able to come, collaborate, meet other Nigerian content creators and other colleagues from other African countries, that really was the joy of this edition.
Nice, nice, nice. 4 years. So, I mean, is it you do it annually and
yes,
obviously around this period?
Yes, it happens every July.
Oh, July.
Every July, but our process starts from March.
Okay.
We call for nominations from the general public.
Nice.
We allow the general public because the fans are the ones who make these people stars, who make these influencers stars. So we allow them nominate their favorites. We have a central working committee who helps us to collate. This year, I think we got over 450,000 nominations.
Wow.
So we have a CWC team who helps us to collate into a top 6.
Okay.
And then out of that top 6, we have a jury, help pick winners. So jury is filled up with people like Busola Tejumola, who is head of content at MultiChoice. Yes,
correct.
We have Dotun, who is a leading and seasoned professional in entertainment.
Well,
just a
nice.
couple of
That's quite
jury.
credible,
yes.
at least. Okay, so now you said you have the entries from March, right?
Yes.
So wait, what actually? Because you know this word influencer just started popping up recently.
Yeah.
What makes you? How would I? Okay, if I want to come and win an award now, how would I? Start popping up as an influencer? What do I need to do to make my mark for you as an organization to recognize me?
Us, yes.
Yeah.
So the truth is that, before I just take that, the truth is that we always say that becoming an influencer is not something you are intentional about or something you are looking out for.
Okay.
You basically just have a passion for something and then you start to create content around that thing. If you look at a lot of the influencers, you would see that they are known for something in particular, a niche. So if you look at Macaroni, for example, is known for comedy, right? If you look at Ife's Kitchen or Diary of a Kitchen Lover, who was the winner this year, right? She's known for food content. If you look at just different influencers, so for us, we have different categories, 16 of it in Nigeria and then 1 internationally, and they are all based on a particular niche. Right. Okay. So all you need to do is to find your passion. What are you most interested in? Is it food? Is it tech? Is it fashion? Is it lifestyle? And then once you're able to grow your follower base, be able to be consistent with your content, and then you have the right engagement, then you're worthy to be a nominee.
Oh, that's lovely. Yes. Oh, so is there like makeup, beauty sort of people?
Lifestyle.
Yeah, okay, that's lifestyle.
There's a category for lifestyle, Force of Lifestyle. and that was won by Beauty Tukura this year.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I think last year was won by this thing called Fashion. And 3 years ago, it was Akinfaminu.
Oh, nice.
Yes, so we have a Force. So Force of Lifestyle is filled up of nominees from, or influencers and content creators from beauty, travel, fashion niches.
Okay. Well, that's very interesting. So is there anything that you would like to tell us about your event that can stand out for us?
Yeah, so really, we've just been building this for the last 4 years. We have so much more that is coming. We're looking forward to being able to also host this in different African countries because one thing we've realized is that because we're in Nigeria, Nigerian creators are the most known across Africa, but the content creators in other countries are doing so well. Content creators in Cote d'Ivoire, for example, I was in at the World Cup, for example, and the content creators there are doing so well, but they are not as known across Africa, and that's what is most important to us, to be able to spotlight these content creators across these different African countries, and to be able to bridge that gap between all these content creators in these different regions and be able to bring them together.
Nice.
In particular.
Okay, so let's just go for a quick break and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Thinking of banking in Africa? Think Zenith. In today's fast-moving, fast-changing world, you need a financial partner that understands your unique expectations. A bank with presence in major financial centers across the world, with the enabling platform to facilitate seamlessly, whenever, wherever, however. A bank with best-in-class financial solutions from a superb combination of technology and human touch for easy, fast, and secure banking that creates real value. Turning dreams into reality is now in your hands. People, technology, service. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Africa sits on the brink of unparalleled transformation. Leading financial institutions are embracing digitalization. Access Bank is at the forefront, redefining banking for the modern age. With digital solutions that transcend borders and bold partnerships that support financial inclusion, this isn't just banking, it's a blueprint for the Africa of tomorrow. Access, more than banking.
So, welcome back to the show. My name is Jennifer Olize, and here with me with the studio is TY, and we're talking Trend Up Awards, which just happened and shut down Lagos. I mean, we had Kiki as the host.
Yeah.
And I think she was the last host as well, right?
Yeah, she's been the host for the last 2 years.
Oh, she's perfect. I really loved her outfits. I like everything she wore, and I like the comedy that she brings. I like, even last year, I think there was a bit that there was a plan for.
Yes.
When I saw it, I was screaming, but when I saw it was a prank,
she's a top professional.
I was like, oh, that was legendary.
Yes.
So talk to us more about this event, like the winners, like what's the feeling like? Like how do you connect?
Honestly, I would say that in the last 4 years, for our team, that's one of the highlights every year. Just the feeling we get from everybody being nominated and those that get to be winners, right? We've had several of them who have never won an award before. Imagine the Ikorodu boys, for example, who do very amazing content.
That's beautiful.
With the little resources that they have available to them. And winning in 2022 was their first time ever winning any award for their career. Look at Amazing Claire, for example. Amazing Claire also winning for just different influencers. I think that's the biggest joy for us. And also the experience they feel when they even get nominated. Because most of them started off this thing without planning to become successful or planning to become influencers or content creators. Look at Pella, who was the Emerging Force this year. He won the Emerging Force. Has over 3 million followers on TikTok. He's a force on that platform. And his winning has just been viral on social media. All his fans are excited about it. And that's just the best feeling about it, honestly.
Nice. I like that. But, you know, with events also, like you said, you want to expand, you want to take it all over Africa, and you're not looking at it to be profitable.
Yeah.
Now, because I can compare...
Obviously looking for it to be profitable.
No, but you did
yes,
mention
but we're building.
that. Okay.
Yes.
But now, obviously, you said it hasn't been profitable. Yes. Like in Nigeria, are there any events that are actually profitable with the market and how things are? Because you're not even selling tickets.
Yeah.
There are other events like Rhythm Unplugged, the festivals during Christmas
tickets,
that they sell tickets.
Yes.
But still, because of the high rates of like how we discussed with the artists, the venue, the staff, your production, film, crew.
Yes, it's
like
crazy.
how does that work? I'm trying to really understand that. What's the strategy and what will be our answer to make it even so that event organizers like yourself can actually make tons of money, not just break even.
The work
you know, because that's the goal, obviously.
The work being put in is a lot. I would say that honestly, the solution to that, because it's a big right now, based on feedback and research generally, with even events like in December, for example, an event called Afro Nation cancelled, and it was because of budget. It was because of Afro Nation is a huge platform, right? But cancelled. This year alone, I can't tell you how many events I had to cancel because of the whole budget. And the truth is that I think that the only way to solve that would be that we're able to have more brands on board who are willing to support initiatives like this, being able to celebrate like the essence of some of these events. But I also can't blame the brands because the economy is really bad as well.
I was going to say that because the brands cannot even afford to even pay their staff sometimes. So how would they now
be able
to give out, literally dash out money?
I was just getting there because at the agency, Dot Media House, we work for global brands. We work for Pepsi, Chipper, HP, Intel, just a lot of brands, right? Oraimo. And when you compare what's happened in 2022 to now, you would realize that the economy is really affecting these brands. Even some brands are packing and leaving the country.
Of course.
Right? So if that is happening, some brands are laying off staff. If that is happening, how do you now take out money from your business to sponsor an event?
Exactly.
Even though it's important because it's positioning. Being sponsoring an event that is the largest gathering of influencers and content creators is good for any brand.
Of course.
Right? But they also still have to look at their overhead and be able to... The hike in fuel prices, the hike in electricity bill, all those things are really affecting these brands. And it's shown because a brand that spends maybe a amount of marketing budget with us in 2022 has reduced it by 50% or 40% this year because of just generally what is going on. So I think the solution will start off from being able to have the government really have policies that's helping the businesses to stay afloat.
Correct.
Right? Once the businesses are able to at least stay afloat and do well, then we're able to have better sponsorship. Because in 2022, for example, where we had Chipper Cash as lead sponsor, we were able to give the winners $1,000. That went a long way for them.
What was the dollar rate at that point?
Dollar rate was about maybe 480.
Okay, I'm trying to convert.
Yes, 480, and now it's 1,000 plus.
That is crazy.
So a Chipper now, like the amount they're spending to run their business is way more. So you can't expect them to still be able to spend that much marketing budget on this thing. So I think the solution starts from the government, and then eventually we're able to have more brands participate in this.
And one of my suggestions as well is that the government should pay attention to this creative industry.
Yes.
Like, I feel they don't really pay that much attention to it as much as they should.
Yes.
Do you get? Like,
and there's a huge gap between the content creators, the creatives, and the government, which shouldn't be in a developed country.
Exactly.
Because these are the voices, these are the people that are really influencing
the world
the culture,
right now,
influencing
with
everything.
our music. I mean, the Remas and the likes of them. Before, in Nigeria, we all know our reputation wasn't the best reputation. But now all we hear are good things, brilliant things. Oh, this music, film, events. Everyone wants to come here for our Dirty December.
Exactly.
So why shouldn't the government focus on that area and even create some startup capitals, if possible, so that businesses like that can strive in the creative economy?
Very important for us. We really have been in conversations with just some of the ministries, Ministry of Arts and Culture, for example, who is the core to the creative economy, right? Because there's just this gap that is visible between the creatives and the government. And I think this year it was nice to have the Commissioner of Youths and Social Development at the event, and also the essay to the Governor of Lagos State on tourism and arts and culture. And I think that with that, they would have been able to see the importance of this gathering of these creatives, and hopefully in future we're able to have some form of collaboration in a way that is able to bring them closer to the creatives.
Nice. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for joining us on our show.
Thank you.
And we had the best time chatting with you on the creative industry and the Trends Up Award. And we're definitely looking forward to the next annual event for your 5th anniversary.
Thank you so much.
We will definitely be there.
Thank you.
Well.